Star Ocean 4. The Last Hope. What title? Hi. Alright, so, yeah, Star Ocean 4. All the Star Ocean games. So, all the Star Ocean games, at least, like, most of them, got added to PS Plus last September. I think kind of in preparation for 2R coming out. So, that includes, like, 4, 5, and 6. 1? I think at least a couple others. So, you know, PS Plus games on the subscription service tend to leave after 6 months or a year. The year mark is coming up in September, and yes, they're leaving next month. They're in the last chance to play section. So I'm getting Star Ocean 4R via PS Plus, because why not? So, yeah, I want to get through Denny's solo adventure on stream, so I've got, a little under a month, so... And we're pretty far. We're near the end of Rogue, so, like... I don't think it's gonna take terribly long or anything, but... Yes, Fridays are now gonna be Star Ocean. Guaranteed. That's a very fun, and it's like... I've seen people say they really like this opening, and I'm like, I don't know why. Like, I guess it's like the backstory of the game, but like... It's very meaningless. Yeah, there was a World War III, it destroyed the planet. Here's some feathers, I guess. The guy we never meet, because he's dead. Let's get going, alright. Oh, I need to announce, hang on. I'll load in. Denny, thank you for the resub. I will load in and then, you know, I should have got up, actually, so just scrolled up. I was here, I should have just thingied up, it's fine. Alright, so I went back to Trop. Yeah, post-apocalypse. It's just like...
Denny.
It's fine, but it doesn't inform you of anything that's gonna happen in the plot of the game. Yeah, it's just scene setting. It's fine. It's a thing to do with your opening, but... Alright, we're in Trop for a couple of reasons, but I need to announce on Twitter and stuff because I kind of forgot, so I'll be right back. Get some music instead of the opening. Forgot you have to do this thing called announcing your streams. Gross. You're right, it is visually interesting. Now, it does have the whole planet getting wrecked. Yeah, this probably was a lot of people's first Star Ocean. It's funny because 3 was mine. Like, yeah, of course, I don't think Star Ocean 1 and they may not have come out in Europe. They were on the PS1. There was some weirdness with Star Ocean 1 and 2, but 3 came out in English in Europe. I still have to get for the doll, actually. I'm here because I have a few quests I forgot to do in Trop. Yes, I did forget to, I also did forget to give that lady her poop. It's fine. But yeah, if it was more about, like, humanity going into space, it would be a more interesting opening, but yeah, like, very much not what this game is about. And yeah, a lot of people still, you know, I think Star Ocean might be more known now, but it's definitely a niche series, and it was extremely niche even when 4 came out. And I played 3, and I really liked 3. And I got 1 and 2 on PSP. I don't remember if that was before 4. But yeah, remakes of 1 and 2 were released on the PSP, and I got those, and I enjoyed those. And I got 4. 4 came out around the time of Vesperia. And I like the combat in this more than Vesperia, which I still think is correct. Even now. Oh yes, I got 100% of Muriel's battle trophies! Woo! She's got a little bit of bonus CP. Good for her. Alright. Yeah, that's Woodley. That's the poop that I forgot to hand over. This is in the weapon shop. But yeah, for a lot of people, this really would be their first Star Ocean. I didn't even think of that, really. What a bad introduction to the series. I'm not even sure that 3's a better introduction to the series. I don't think about it. What's worse, being introduced to the series, 3 or 4? That's interesting. Like 3 is a much better game, of course, but it's also extremely the end of the series. Anything else? Oh yes, I think there was something else to do in Trop. Hopefully I charged my ring. It's true, 3 is Cliff. 3 is better. I opened that. Is that dark? I may have already opened it. So there are 2, dark cloud chests in Trop. Just to be really annoying because it's the ring with 1 use. And the sorcerer lady... Pumpkin walking by might suddenly turn into a person. Hideous. It's only got 1 use and yeah, I have light rings. I got the other one. And then the sorcerer lady's all the way in the other town. It's so awful. I guess the thing to do is to wait until you have warping and then you can just warp to the sorcerer lady. Yeah, it's true. The first steps plot is out the window, pretty much as soon as you, yeah, it's definitely gone by the time we get back to the Phantoms after Rogue. Then it's just gone. Then it's just we don't care anymore. And, it's kind of relevant on Lemurus. It kind of goes out the window as soon as you finish Lemurus, because then you're just going to the Cargadon Mothership. Then you're going to EN2 and then get waylaid by Alternate Earth. Then you crash land, you have to crash here. And this has nothing to do with the first steps of humanity out into the universe either. It's a strange plot. A strange plot. Alright, back to the Purgatorium. So we've done most of the first floor of the Purgatorium. But I had forgotten to go hand in a bunch of quests on Trop, so I went there and opened one of the dark chests. But yeah, especially when the Phantoms show up, it's now just like beat the threat, the thing threatening to destroy the universe plot. Very generic. There's a missing procedure. It's linked to 3, we swear. The link, you guys, is a link. Alright, we get out the map. Here we go. There's a dark door here, I think. Yeah, but I think only one of the chests can be gotten, and I'll probably get it on the way out. Or I can grab one of the crystals down the stairs. It's definitely not like the worst opening I've seen in a game in track mode, but it is like... it's like, man, that would have been a way more interesting story than what we got. I think maybe that's the thing. It's like, damn, all this, like, world blowing up, making a global, like, organization that does something about that, and it's like, damn, that's, like, way better than Edge Maverick. Blundering about the universe, fucking everything up. This boy is a disaster machine. I would have a kill count like we did for like Korn, but it's just the addition of the Nomad troop to the 3 billion people he's already killed doesn't move the meter. You know, when you've killed an entire planet Earth, where do you go from here? Wow, rude. Ooh, I got a gold one there. It's a very fun, fog, so if the fog status effect, means you don't, like, get the semi-auto lock onto enemies effect anymore. You're more like on manual from Tails. But it doesn't affect Ice Needles. Ice Needles still homes in on the enemy, so, it's very funny. That fog is basically ignorable for your mages. Their spells will still do what they were doing before. It's actually very funny. What I can do is if I, like, cast here, I'll cast in this direction, and the needles will still go to the enemy. Fire those needles through Denny's tiny body. So I think one of the chests in here is gettable and one isn't right now. At least I hope. Like, I'm putting all this effort and at least one of these chests is doable. I do not like this. Now, to be fair, this was my, like, grinding spot for Muria. The 999 demons, because these guys are demons. I do not like that you're in rush mode, sir. And the ladies on the moons are also demons. This room is really good for murdering them. Oh, so I don't know how to explain that, but yeah, when that circle, when the blindside circle is red, they're going to counter you. But if you wait until they're attacking you, it starts flashing yellow, and that means you can blindside. Even if like they don't counter you if you blindside them with that timing. I feel like getting some SP, so this board is pretty nice. I'm gonna lose it, but you know. So these succubuses are awful, because they buff all of the enemies, which is really annoying. Ooh! Alright, that's nice. Okay. Yeah, Denny's on a time limit, baby! Alright, 60 types of enemies, 64... Check if that's correct. I haven't been writing them down because I've just been kind of assuming that being on doing solo, I will kill everything with Denny. Yeah, I did kill the Guardian Beast. I'm either at 60 or 61, I guess, because that we fought him already to get the light ring. I feel like I haven't missed anything, but there was potentially I hadn't fought either of these two, and so now I'm on 61. And if I miss one, it's not the end of the world because it's like 130 out of 154, but that's interesting to get that 60 in that fight. Yep, there we go. That's on fire. Oh, there are 2 gettable chests. That's good. Their robe, alright. Yeah, Denny's got a roll. I'm not sure when in September. I think it's like the third Tuesday of the month is when games leave. Alright, I'll need to grab a crystal, that's okay, I should have a couple of options. Since I've come in a couple of times. Alright. Tippy. Lemon, here we go. Potentially half fought one of this before. I may have missed an enemy somewhere. I definitely had 40 right on the 40 mark, so if I'm missing any enemies, it's here on Rogue. There's a chance I never fought like a gorilla or something in the desert. Definitely fought the harpies though. Sorry, I just found that amusing. I was just running into the corner when I was standing there was very funny to me. Oh! Ah! Ah! I was behind them, but they still hit me with the pumpkin. Got pumpkined. Oh shit. Can't believe they pumpkined me. I went behind, I was close enough to still get pumpkined. Alright then. And I believe this is an ungettable chest right now. Yep. do the irony. Alright, this way. And I already went and solved that one down there, and at least a crystal. Alright, down we go. That's true, yeah. It does sound like young Link. That's interesting. Alright, here we go. Denny Musing doesn't tell me which of these pots to do in which order. Which is fine until it gets to the timed one, and then it's like, I wish the game would tell me which ones to do. Because that would be fun for me. Alright. Just another crystal. It does tell me for this one. Hopefully it's correct. Woo! Cash money! Don't you come at me, bro. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Alright, there we go. Gosh, the shaky cam. Grab that camera and shake it. Alright, recipe memo. Down we go. Yeah, very Star Trek shake, just brrr. Grab that camera and just shake it about. Oh, that armor's so majestic. Oh. Beautiful. Perfect armor. So this has another statue puzzle in it for a gem. It's true, I have no idea how you make screen shake look good, but man, that looked terrible. Looks so bad. Oh, so bad. Jiggle that camera. Alright, light me up. I really... Giving a ring one charge was such a terrible idea. It's so awful. I, get what they were doing here. It's, a part of the puzzle of the dungeon is that you have to find these lights so that you can keep progressing. But then the light ring is used in other places, and then it's having just one use of it is so awful. Hello. Jerk. Oh, thank you for the raid. Star Ocean 4. Welcome to Denny's. Denny is single-handedly saving the universe. Oh yeah, Edge is still not speaking to us. I kind of forget that lasts until, like, the very end of Rogue. You should definitely play 2R. I haven't even played 2R because I'm terrible, but I've played 2, the PSP version, and I really enjoyed 2 on the PSP. And I hear nothing but good things about 2R. Okay, I need to go grab one of the light things. Whee. Okay, right, I know where I'm getting one now. Yeah, like 1 and 2 both have the... I mean, 3 does as well to a minor extent, but 1 and 2, you get like 4 out of 8 optional characters. 3 is 2 out of 4, and then this game has no, well, technically 1 optional character. I don't think it really counts. Not in the way like it is in 1 and 2. Like, that really is, like, you get different quests in different parts of the story, and some characters exclude each other and all that sort of thing. It's, like, way better. This is just, like, once you've New Game Plus, you could keep Denny instead of Aromat. It's, like, very meh. It's very minor. This is the one that has a timing aspect. Yeah, it's a post-game online. You can only do it once you've beaten the game once, because it's Denny. It's the fucking final boss of the game. Fucking ridiculous. This timed? Yeah, it's timed. I hate this one. Okay, yeah. And he doesn't do anything because, story-wise, he still has to leave your party. So he just sits on your ship being like, I'm dead! Oh, I'm not really here! We're gonna get to see that. It's gonna be very funny. I enjoy it. And it makes 0 difference to anything. Hello. Hey, big boy. And 5, I don't think has any, but I haven't played it all the way through, so I don't know. And I don't know about 6, because I haven't played it yet. I do think it's very funny that by the time you get to 4, a lot of the, like, systems that, like, were important in 1, 2, and then, like, even in 3 are kind of just, like, lost. They're kind of just gone now. Alright, yes, it's already charged, because I have a door here. Yes, I don't know anything about 6 because I have not played it yet. No, I have too much. I have too much in my pockets. I get attacked by this lady. Alright.
Oh, nice. Are we in the awful giant temple dungeon after Denny's girlfriend got kidnapped dead?
Yeah, she's already dead. So, you didn't see last week, I found a developer interview where they were asked if Edge had broken into the temple that night, if they could have saved the girlfriend, and the dev went, no, even though the prophecy said they would die in the evening, they were killed earlier that day, there's no way Edge could have saved them. Which might be the funniest thing I've ever heard.
That's funny.
We're going to absolve Edge of any guilt. Ever. Oh, hello. So yeah, she's already dead.
The prophecy specifically mentions when they're supposed to die, and they killed them already.
Yes, yeah.
All right.
It specifically said they were to die in the evening, but no, they were killed earlier, actually. Edge has never done anything wrong in his life. The devs said so. I mean, they're definitely dead by now, because it's now morning, it's now the time for Sarah, but yeah, even if we'd actually broken in the night before, like Denny wanted to, she would have already been dead. Which makes this scene make no sense, but... I've also got the Japanese voices on, and it's confirmed that all the girls were told to sound like their Japanese voices.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because
That
Japanese...
explains Sarah's voice acting then.
Yes. Yeah, when you hear Sarah and Limmel, it's like, oh, that's so obvious. They were told to sound like that.
Just straight up like, just do this.
Yep. Here's a Japanese voice actress. Sound like this.
But like, did they not do that to the men? Because
the men sound different.
Denny here doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, Denny doesn't sound like Denny. You know. Sorry. This is Phase.
This is
When
Phase.
he's speaking like this. This is Phase.
We call him Denny.
The English voice is Denny.
Yeah. It's true, he's Phase now. But no, Edge, Bacchus, and Phase sound different.
Mm-hmm.
But all the girls extremely sound like they're trying to ape the Japanese voices, including Welch.
Yeah.
He's very oh ho ho in Japanese as well. It's just like yeah. But Bacchus sounds like a Sentai hero voice.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Okay.
and
so actually
Edge.
pretty significantly different.
Yeah, and Edge sounds like he thinks, which is incorrect. He should sound like his head is empty at all times. We have seen Sarah, but she's been kidnapped right now, so we're rescuing her. But yeah, when we get Sarah, it's like one, I think she's worse in Japanese.
Really?
Yes, I've had to because I changed the voices to Japanese when I load up my other file. It's also in Japanese, and her in-battle noises annoy the shit out of me in Japanese.
Understandable.
Even worse than English. It's really bad. I think when talking she isn't so bad, but the
Instantly wrong.
in-battle stuff is like, bleh. And yeah, instant death. Goodbye. Yeah, they're cackling about how they killed them last night, but they actually killed them like a day ago. According to the developers. The developers also confirmed that they were trying to write a game about the UP3. It's what they wanted to do. It's like, I don't know why. Oh yeah, this is absolutely the game when the girls got the weird doll aesthetic. I mean, everyone does, but... everyone does look like a doll in this game. Nope, girlfriend dead. Sorry, Denny. Alright, down we go. This boss fight is gonna suck.
This era of like RPG and their dungeons are so bad.
Yeah.
All of them. Not a single one has reasonably like good dungeons. They're always way too big.
Yeah. This game in general is just, like, extremely way too big.
Yeah.
Alright. Guess I probably should just drain the water. Alright. Number one, there we go. Alright. I don't know what I thought was compelling about this puzzle.
What,
Follow
light
a
all
statue
the
man around.
torches? See, here's the thing. There are puzzles in the dungeons in this game. They're not like complicated ones, but they do exist. We're currently doing one right now. The problem is actually the reason why that puzzles kind of vanish in RPG dungeons is actually specifically for the same complaint I just made about the size of these.
Yeah.
Because if they're asking you to do puzzles and traverse like enormous areas for no particular reason, then, you know, they kept one of those two things and not the other, and they decided to keep up with like, yeah, this is the Xbox 360 or PS3. We can make the environments gigantic now.
Everyone loves running across an entire planet, right? Right? We love it. Back and forth, constantly. Yeah, when Dungeons... It's why, like, when I played Symphonia, you have to do those dungeons so many times when you're platinum, because you have to play the game, like, 4 times. But the dungeons are actually pretty small, so for the most part, it's not actually too bad, except the sewers, because the sewers puzzle sucks nuts. But it is like, you know, I play it and I'm like, man, puzzle dungeons are so much better when they're smaller.
Yeah, I mean, think one of the more famous games with a bunch of puzzle dungeons are the Golden Sun games and all of that, right? Think about the worst dungeon in Golden Sun in both games.
Ooh,
it's Ayers Rock,
yeah.
which is enormous and has a puzzle every 2 feet.
Yep.
You know?
It's just like, oh, hey, oh, I hit someone. Like, I hit
The
someone.
ideal is a smaller to medium-sized dungeon, basically, with the puzzles in. But if you're gonna have it be huge, then you really can't waste time with those.
Especially in games that, like, you can't save anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's like, you've got a huge dungeon, and you can only save at, like, set save points, which is usually at the beginning and at the end, and it's like... Oh.
Maybe, if they're generous, one in the middle somewhere.
Yeah. If you're a Dragon Quest, they don't even have one at the end. Kind of my biggest beef with old Dragon Quest game.
Yeah.
You can only save at churches, which are basically only in towns.
Oh shit! Right, this little bit right here on original hardware, like original hardware, if I remember right. This takes so long because it's lagging like hell on the original Xbox 360.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. I remember that. Jeez, I have way too many versions of this game. Alright, now I can get the,
I played 2 versions of this game, like, we're not that.
Yeah, it's true. I only played
different
3.
I never emulated this one, although I bet it emulates
shit.
fine these days. So, just the 2. Play the PC remaster and the original.
Oops. It's because I lost my original 360 file at like my second or third playthrough on Nox Obscurus that I bought the PS3 version. I was like, I'm going to beat this game. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna get trophies. God damn it! So I bought the PS3 version out of pure annoyance that I was stopped from beating the game right at the end of it.
Huh.
Losing your save file in the final dungeon is like the worst. Just like,
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
oh man, spite. The platinum was mostly spite too, to be honest. I'm not gonna let this game beat me. It's gonna be done. Focus. Don't think Danny could learn that. Nope. Oh man, alright, so this boss fight is, I think, probably the hardest in the game.
I don't remember this boss fight at all, so I'm gonna be excited to check that out and remember things.
I think, like, it's a lot harder on higher difficulties. I think it's, like, it's notoriously the worst boss fight on Universe and Chaos, because after this you get the ability to make super weapons with Sarah.
But you can't possibly do it at this point in the game.
Yes.
Specifically, only once you get your last regular party member.
Yep, so after Roke, you can then be so overpowered that no boss can basically ever defeat you, but you have to defeat Tamio before you can get that, so he's a pain in the ass. And I'm doing it solo, so this is like...
Double that.
This is gonna be interesting. This might not work very well, we'll find out. But I do want to, you know, beat him solo because I need to get the kill on him. He's a Grigori.
Yeah.
But yeah, so a lot of my, like, thoughts in this fight is, like, genuinely... He is really hard, honestly, even on, like, normal mode. Because, again, you're, like... You can't get much more powerful except by, like, leveling.
Yeah, I think I played this game on Galaxy, so the normal mode.
Yeah,
so
normal
I'm not
yeah.
sure.
I think you either are fine or he kicks your ass. There's no in between. But he's just... He summons dudes, he fires lasers, and on harder difficulties he hits like a truck. We made it in time for Sarah.
Oh, is this the one that's like a weird dragon dog and it's got an orb underneath its head and like it exposes the orb and fires beams?
No, it's just a dude. It's just him.
Okay.
He doesn't transform, which is really strange because he is a Grigori. But he just fires lasers at you. Excuse me. So yeah, we've only seen him once. He's just like cult leader, walks through town. We're here to stop Asmodeus from rising for about 30 years.
You know, not the only RPG that will have a long-haired, like, scraggly guy calling out the resurrection of Asmodeus, weirdly enough. Because Shadow Heart's Covenant exists,
Yes!
and Grigori Rasputin does the same thing.
Oh my god, you're right, I forgot. Yeah, I think Japanese Edge sounds a little too dignified. I'm like, that is incorrect.
Yeah, he's got a lot more emotion in his voice here, even though that was just, you know, still not a lot.
Yeah, it's really... Denny is probably the most different sounding. Alright, so Young Link's voice actor. But like the girls, it's like, oh, I see what happened.
Yeah.
That's why Sarah and Limel sound so goddamn weird. Oh, Miracle in Japanese has a vocal tick that is not carried over in English, which is good. Because goddamn, I don't even know one. Or it's Sarah? No, Sarah has one. It's like she says "desu" a lot. I think it is at the end of sentences.
So she's being overly polite all the time.
Yeah. You just shut up so I could beat you up or get beaten up by you.
Mr. Beans.
Mr. Beans. Mr. Allbeans. I think that's actually no. I think Limonare is called Allbeans.
しかし今のこの世界はそうできてはいない。限界がある。
God, he likes to talk.
でもね、私は足りないんです。地位、名誉、金、いくら手に入れても、もう
You don't really seem to have any of those things.
では手に入らないんです。でも
It's a little weird that he's like, I have power and riches and everything, but like he doesn't.
たとえ今
He even just said that I've exhausted the world's sources of all of those things. Like, really? You're the most powerful person and richest person in the world?
Do you have a statue in Detroit? I don't think so.
避けるなよ。お前
I have one of those.
そんなくだらない理由でさらを世界を星に住まう人たちよ
Go glowy. Whoa.
エッチの力エッチの中にあるルアーの力
This is his power. He's glowing a little bit.
He's a nightlight.
戦うぞみんなエッチさん
Yeah, we're special. It makes no difference.
僕に今できることはそれだけだそして僕はやってみせる僕はこんな滅びを望んでなんかいない
He's insignificant, but also he's blown up a planet and saved a planet and then saves the universe. It's fine.
God, that is the worst guard I've ever seen on Earth for holding a sword. Like, he's better at using a sword than Fate is, because Fate doesn't know what the fuck he's doing at all. But...
Hi.
行くぞ
How many of my party members are going to get fucking blasted while I take this on alone? Probably not this bit because it's just the starting fight, but once Tamio comes out, I think he's probably gonna kill some folks. It's because it doesn't turn into anything. I don't think this fight is as, like, memorable unless you play in harder difficulties and then you absolutely despise this fight.
Understandable, yeah, that explains that. Because I do remember most of the Grigori fights. I think I may not even have picked up on this dude being a Grigori, technically.
It's very easy to miss it, yeah.
美しく滅びましょう
It's like talks about taking human form, and that's kind of the only way, you know. Unless, you know, you're trophy hunting and then you know he's a Grigori. Okay, I think we should be fine, but yeah, oh yeah, he buffs himself with attacking and now he hits very hard. Lock that in. The glowy red eyes, that's Denny's job. Oh, yeah. Gosh, how easy that's. I hate his laser.
Nope, I suddenly remember this fight now.
When he did the laser?
Yeah, getting stun locked by that laser
Yeah.
is something that immediately was like, oh, right, he does that.
Yeah. And it's
The
on hard
I-beams that-
difficulties. So awful.
The I-beams that you straight up can't, like, if you're in front of him, you're gonna get hit 3 times. It's just gonna happen. I think
Yup.
it specifically would kill me with some frequency.
Yes, yes. And yeah, on the higher difficulty. Yeah, and then that just hits you with 3 orbs. Get wrecked, buddy. Alright.
Nice.
But yeah, no, on Chaos Mode, he's so awful. And then everything after is so easy because you just make yourself an actually jeweled sword and, like, don't give a fuck anymore. But he hits so hard.
Beat B.
申し
訳ありません。アスモデウスよ。我が欲望が足り
As I just lay in an A pose.
And they just literally, like, knocked him over like a cardboard cutout. Bap!
彼らが魔王よ。彼らに滅びと。そして
No, we're not gonna see Asmodeus. He's in Star Ocean 1, dude. That mean we broke the seal? Do you think we actually caused Star Ocean 1? Did we weaken the seal?
I mean, what else did Edge technically cause? Like, a lot of things. Let's just go with yeah. Just put it all on Edge.
But no one remembers him. Edge Maverick wiped from the history books. Alright. Hi, Sarah. You're back.
I harp on this every time, but it's absolutely bizarre to me that dedicated healer character is second to last character in this game.
Yep.
それに皆さんもおはようございますサラタン
Yeah.
よかったよ確か私はああ思い出しました突然窓からお客さんがいらしたんです
So Sarah's character archetype in Japanese is exactly the eto bue character.
Yeah, and it is like, oh god, the English voice actress was just told to emulate this. It does not work. I don't think it works in Japanese particularly well, but it definitely doesn't work in English.
眠っていたので詳しいことは存じ上げませんがどうやら皆さんに助けていただいたようですねありがとうございます感謝感激です
どうかした
Edge, you're talking in fights
レーナ
now.
さんに会ったみたいですね
You look like you're not depressed anymore
ますよ
about killing 3 billion people.
よかったです
サラ
She does sound like she's on Xanax in English. Oh dear.
ありがとうありがとう僕はきっと今度は間違えなかったんだサラもロークも生きてる
Except Denny's girlfriend. What was her name? We never find out. But his clown shoes are so funny. Clown platform shoes, really? Tall, not like long and wide. Womp. Hey, what are you laughing about, buddy? What's so funny? Share with the class, please.
こっちこっちサラタンは無事だったのよ早くこっちだよ
はい。僕も今そちらへ行きます。ああ、それとこっちは何もないです。何も。何も。
I just didn't even hide this. There are a lot of very baffling character moments in this game. It's just that game, but why hide this? Why be like, no, definitely no one else died here. Don't come over and have a look. Don't think we can actually see down.
I don't think that they actually wanted to model an entire mass grave of bodies. Yeah.
I was trying to see if I could see the brooch, but I don't think I can actually, look down it. Nope.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet it's not actually down there and it was just for that cutscene.
I was curious if I could see it, but it's out of the camera angle. Oh, there he is. Yeah, Asmodeus. Ah, yes, the chest I kind of opened. The chest that used to be, it used to be really good, and now it's really bad.
Oh, really? What happened to it?
Well, in the 360 version, it was Raimi's best move, Savage Sparrows. In this version, it's now Sunflare, which is a spell for Sarah. They changed a whole bunch of chests for the PS3 version.
Oh yeah, and they also changed up. Right, you've explained to me they also changed up how the making the strongest equipment works too, and it's enormously more of a pain in the ass now, right?
Yeah. To make experience and money equipment, yeah, they basically flipped the factors so you can no longer slough them off a weapon. No, if you want experience plus 20, you need the shitty part, and it's good, thanks. Now I have to walk up again.
Why are the Star Ocean games so averse to moving your player character for you?
They're so
Why
hard.
do they force you to backtrack through dungeons so much?
What if you missed something? You'll thank them later. Oh, I don't know. It really is just okay. It's funny when you play something like FF5 and you're like, oh wow, this problem was solved a long time ago, right? You know, Final Fantasy V has teleport. So many games have excavate you from a dungeon.
It has teleport, the spell, and also generally just at the end of dungeons, you just get taken out anyway because you don't have to be there. Oh, actually, that reminds me. So I actually brainstormed with some other folks. What was the first RPG, I guess just honestly first game with a super boss in it? Is what we thought we're questioning and asking each other about it, right? And we really did. We kind of have the same assumption of there's probably some arcade game out there that actually has the earliest one, right?
Yeah, probably.
But with what we could do on research is that we could only find out Warmech doesn't count according to my own personal rules of what a super boss is.
Yeah, I
Warmech
getcha.
is more dangerous than Chaos. But the thing about a super boss is that a super boss is something that you have to voluntarily go and do.
Yes.
Since Warmech is a random encounter, you can be forced to fight Warmech without your input.
Yeah. And it's very, very easy to miss him because he's a rare encounter in one room.
Yeah, on the bridge to Tiamat, it is a single room and it is a 1 in 64 chance to encounter it. So I don't actually personally think that Warmech counts.
Agreed.
And then after that, it's there's a while, and we kind of came to the conclusion that there's I think we decided that Dragon Quest V actually is the first one with the super boss that we could find out. which came out in like
青空を見た気がするよ。
I think it's September 2020, 1992. I don't know why I said 2020.
それでは皆さんにお話です。
Yeah, 1992.
魔王さんが復活しなか
The
った
funny
ことを
thing is that probably without
イレーヌ
any
さんに
like
報告してきます。
sharing of information or programmers probably between them, a couple months later, Shin Megami Tensei the original has the Fiends in it, and Final
Oh.
Fantasy V has Omega and Shinryu
Yep.
also in it.
Yep.
The next month after that.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
super bosses kind of suddenly emerge all at the same time in a 4-month period in 1992.
Wow, that's incredible.
サラタン
Yeah.
Cause yeah, I was thinking that like FF5 is probably like of the games I've played probably the oldest one. So I was thinking that. Wow, that's
随分と
yeah, it's kind of wild. I mean, I guess it is like
サラさんらしいけど
you know if you go back to like arcade, it's if stuff's more linear, it's harder to put super bosses in
イ
it.
レーヌさんには
Yeah, we're not entirely sure when the first one happened. It's probably the thing is like I do consider having to do a sequence of things to unlock a final boss after the final boss. That does
ずっと
count
嫌だった
because
Sure,
you're
yep.
opting into fighting it still.
Yep.
Um, So like Akuma in Street Fighter 2, that counts. And in fact, Akuma in Street Fighter 2 is called the first super boss
自分と
in
付き合ってみるね
on Wikipedia, which is wrong because he was in Super Turbo, which means 1994, and both of the all of the ones we talked about in 92 predate him.
僕の
But
Yeah.
か
これからもまっすぐ走るエッジでいてそうする限り
It's funny because
ずっ
they're
と
they're
輝くわ
so common now.
その
Yeah.
輝きを受けて
it's odd that it might have actually not been without communication. It might have actually been people just talking with each other and coming up with like the what if we put in a boss that was like harder than the final boss, just for fun. And like maybe that actually came up in an elevator somewhere with programmers or something.
どうしたのよフェイズ
はい
I do think like JRPGs especially lend themselves to super bosses.
Oh yeah, for sure.
フェイズ
The very nature of them, it's like their final bosses usually aren't that bad because they want people to beat the game.
Yeah,
But then
and
it's
they're
like, but you can
story-focused
level up.
games,
Yeah.
you know? So like a bunch of story-focused games.
カーナスに戻れってさ
何かあったのかしら
In a story-focused game, they don't necessarily want to
と
prevent
り
you
あえ
from
ず戻っ
completing
てみ
it.
よ
Yeah.
However, if that story-focused game also has a lot of mechanical interest and depth, then they might want to actually give you the ability to challenge yourself.
Yeah.
So it makes perfect sense that a JRPG would want to have one. And then you have Final Fantasy V, which kind of does both, because Neo X Death is the third hardest fight in that game, pretty easily.
Yeah, Ned. Yeah. I mean, I've had some Fiesta runs where Ned was the hardest boss, and it's like, you shithead.
Yeah.
I beat
You have
Omega and
no way to
Shinryu.
stop
Why are
him
you
from
blocking
going
me,
to-
Ned?
If you have no way to stop them from going into, like, meteor spam.
Yeah. Or just like no good way to stop Grand Cross and Almagas. It's just like you get slapped so hard in that fight.
Loon did, like, math on exactly how much you have to... If you have access to Shell, then you need to have at least 900, like, 1,000 health on every character to be able to survive Almagest.
Yeah.
Because Almagest only takes into account, like, what, 1/32 of your, magic defense? So it's functionally just ignores it,
Yep.
really. You will always just take roughly 1,600 or around 800 plus if you have Shell, because that
Shell,
just fully
yeah.
cuts it in half.
Yep.
He did that math because he was doing the Fest Done Fast series where he was beating, the game in one sitting each time.
And it is like, yeah, if you're going fast and you're low level, then that is such a problem.
Yeah.
It's really hard. But yeah, it's like, I mean, I definitely ran into Omega my first time playing 5, not realizing he was a super boss, and
Oh yeah.
got murdered.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
Omega is obviously a reference to Warmech, but he's easy to avoid, and he is technically fully opt-in because of that. I love that every single one, enemy that uses the Omega/prototype sprite actually is completely identical. They're always just the regular gray sprite.
Yeah.
So it's like, you don't even get to distinguish them visually, and it's very funny.
So I agreed to bring this man some clothes because he's broke and has nothing, so I'm gonna immediately pickpocket from him. All he had in his pockets was poop.
Mm-hmm. That's same with me, honestly.
I pickpocketed from literally everyone in the game now. Well, there's still EN2 to go, but I've pickpocketed from everyone and I've gotten nothing worthwhile.
Makes sense.
There really is. It's honestly extremely funny. You'll just steal like some small child's like fruit and some poop and a little bit of cash. I stole, some money from Limo's granddad and all that, but there really is nothing worth stealing.
It's very funny.
It's like...
Here's how you know that the Dawn of Souls version of, the Super Dungeon was in 5 GBA that had Omega Mark II in it. That one is blue, and that means you know it's fake, because it's supposed to just be gray.
Yep.
And also, it's not a good boss fight, because it's just Omega, except he randomizes his weakness.
Alright, he has a map, but he gets turned around at some point. I don't remember if he, comes back to Trop. We also, of course, haven't thingy the desert. What was that?
Is this game's Ruddle? I wasn't paying
Yes,
attention.
that was Ruddle, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha.
Is he also 4D? What the fuck is up with Ruddle?
Yeah, that's a way to put it, probably.
Now when you have recurring characters in the Star Ocean games, you have to ask, are they four-dimensional?
Yeah.
It's an NPC or an NPC?
That's the question. I really wish that they would just lean in on it. There's a lot of reasons why they don't, but I wish they would. Just accept, this is an MMO universe. It doesn't matter, but it is, and we'll occasionally make references to it. I want them to actually lean into it. I think that would actually be really fun.
Yeah, they're super tiki about it. Oh, there are no cultists around town that I can pickpocket. Thanks for your cider, buddy.
Oh man, just stealing someone's cider.
Yeah. That's literally all you steal from people in this game is, their pocket change. I just, I don't know if it still exists in 2R, but in 2, there's, some really, really good shit you can pickpocket. You can get some absolutely busted gear quite early if you pickpocket the right people at the right time in 2. And I'm like, damn. In this game, it's I don't know, I stole that child's 40 cents. Which is funny, but it's
It's teaching you that pickpocketing doesn't pay.
Yeah. That and you, invisibly lose affection with all your party members. Now, if you don't care, it's whatever, but... I did pickpocket from Elena while she was, knocked out on the bed, which was very good. Got a disintegration stone on her. Yeah, it's a really good armor, and there's some really good stuff you can get into if you pickpocket pretty early. You do have to I think you have to slam your pickpocket skill pretty aggressively, and you also want to reload so that Claude has something fingers, the thing that helps pickpocketing, because in 2 it has everyone has traits that help them with the skills you can learn. And I think there's one for pickpocketing, so it's people reset the game until Claude has that ability on him. I got the handle of poop. Alright. Correct. Yeah, the lady in the inn has a quest for me. Pickpocketing is just so lame in this game. Oh, okay, there we go. This is like one of the quests I think you have to pickpocket, because, like, you pickpocket the thing from the thief. And there's an old man who should start the get rid of the quicksand quests. There you are.
Actually, I've got a question since I brought it up earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that inevitably it's just you playing a bunch of these and they all take a long time. Have you ever thought of doing the Shadow Hearts game on Shadow Hearts games on stream?
I should. I don't think it's on the list, but yeah, Vegas, of course, has never played them. I think the thing that stops me is I'm not very good at them.
That's fair.
The ring system, I find very difficult. I mean, I was good enough to beat the game, and I did get the... It's not the true ending in 1, because it's...
It's actually technically the bad ending is the canon 1 in 1.
Yes, it is, but, like, the ending... I have gotten the ending that you have to, like, work for. The good but not canon ending. So, like, I was good enough to do that, but the ring system I find very difficult.
Understandable, yeah.
But I should.
The thing that I've always felt about the ring system is that the Judgment Ring is you don't actually ever need to get the criticals on it.
Yes,
Those are
yeah.
just for gravy.
Mm-hmm.
But, of course, the game does give you a lot of ways to manipulate the ring to make it, like, to encourage you more to get those.
Yeah.
And it's just, I feel like at least the first game and Covenant never get hard enough to actually fully justify needing that. Especially because you can just transform into Fighties in 2 and just win.
Yeah.
Because Fighties is the best transformation in the game.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I definitely, like, just stuck with, getting hits and not failing the ring because I wasn't very good at hitting the criticals. Timing aspects I find difficult.
I did like to occasionally do stuff like, making the ring, the hit zones be invisible to get the double, double juice out of it.
I could never do that. Just like, I was just like, nah, I need to see the ring. So like, I mean, I wonder if I could get Vicus to play it. I don't think he's ever played one. He didn't have a PS2, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'd recommend it a lot. Especially the first one is a very fast game. It's not long at all. It's like a 15-hour RPG. It's extremely tightly paced. Covenant is like at least twice the length.
There you are.
But
this guy's also going to be interesting solo. He's probably going to smash the shit out of my board. I need rid of that quicksand, so here we go. Yeah.
Sandbird, just like in Super Mario Sunshine.
Fog shade. Actually could be good or bad, but...
Shadow Hearts from the New World is a game you go into knowing this game is goofy as fuck.
Yeah.
And in a way that, like, occasionally is, like, maybe too goofy. But it's still a fun video game, and it is often very funny.
I've stabbed these strange enemies. I've stabbed enemies 3,000 times now. Go, Denny.
Did I say Star Ocean 3? I meant Shadow Hearts 3.
Oh, I heard Shadow Hearts 3, but...
Okay, sorry. I just needed to correct myself on there just in case, because I don't know if I said which one I said.
I don't know which one you said either, but I assumed it was Shadow Hearts 3.
Yeah, Shadow Hearts from the New World.
Yeah. which I've played once and never went back to.
Yeah, it's understandable. Like, it's probably a good game to just play once.
Mm-hmm.
I am very much looking forward to Dennymode.
Yeah.
The kickstarted spiritual successor with most of the original cast working on it again.
Yep. I kickstarted it, so I should be getting it and the Wild Arms successor as well. So I also enjoy the Wild Arms games.
That was during a time when I did refuse to kickstart anything, but I could probably post-release backer kit support it if I wanted to.
I don't think I got any extras. I think I just did the games. It was a while ago now. But I only kickstart stuff like that. That is I know I'm going to buy it anyway. I don't kickstart very much.
I don't kickstart. The last thing I kickstarted was actually the first thing I had kickstarted in 5+ years, which was Urquan Masters. Free Stars Children of Infinity, which is the real Star Control 3 finally being made after 30 years of being in legal trouble with that game.
Oh.
I should also check out Ratatan as well. That's a game that I'm very interested in because I loved Patapon 1. And I'm pretty sure the things I don't like about Patapon 2 and especially 3 were demands from Sony to make it more of a, eternal game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Forever games. Making them both way grindy and completely mechanically changing 3.
I was looking at my spreadsheet for the battle trophies because I have a spreadsheet for that kind of thing, and I couldn't find stab enemies 3,000 times. I was like, excuse me, where is it? And I missed out number 99 on my list. It was gone. Typing that in now. Oops, I had 98 and 100. I did not have trophy 99 on my my checklist. Don't even know how I missed it. It was just gone. Slamming an enemy. Okay, so Shadow Hearts 3, Shadow Hearts 1 and 2 are direct sequel-ish. And 3 is
Sorry.
Star Ocean?
What was that?
Shadow Hearts. Did I say Star Ocean
Yeah,
now?
Shadow Hearts.
God damn it.
I was just letting my cat out. I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, they're saying that New World is Shadow Hearts 3 subtitle, and it's
From the New World, because it takes place in the US.
yes, but it isn't, Covenant is, I would say sequel, in quotation, for reasons,
Covenant's a sequel to 1.
to 1, yes.
1 is a very, very, very sideways technical sequel to Kodelka. 3 is not really a sequel to either game, it's a side story.
Yeah.
Although, at least one character from 2 shows up in it. Lenny.
Lenny. Yeah. Shadow Hearts is a fun series. I've never played Kodelka though.
Kodelka is a game that's it's interesting, but it's not fun to play at all.
I feel ya.
Oddly enough, it was a game that was directed by Hiroki Kikuta, who is the best known as the composer of Secret of Mana and Trials of Mana.
Oh.
Yeah. He wanted to make a horror game, just straight up.
Yeah.
And the horror aspects of Kodelka are actually quite good. But for some reason, his team really wanted to make an RPG. And they kind of ended up doing bad at both in a lot of ways.
It's definitely like I don't think I got Shadow Hearts right when it came out. I think I got it later. I definitely got it in the PS2 era, though. It wasn't like, you know, I came back years later and played. I definitely got it when the PS3 wasn't out yet. It's actually been a very long time since I've played Shadow Hearts.
The first game was a near launch game for the PS2, if I remember. Right.
Yeah, I definitely didn't get
it
it at
literally
launch.
a launch game.
Yeah.
But it was very early because, I mean, the game started as a PS1 game in development and swapped to afterwards. Which is why it's a little, not ugly, but like lo-fi for the system.
I definitely am like, when did I buy these games? It's like, I don't know. It's far too long ago for me to remember when I bought anything. But I feel I feel like I got the sequel very quickly after playing the original, so I must have gotten, you know, nearer to the second game coming out.
Yeah.
Then it's long.
Shadow Hearts Covenant had the downside of coming out, I think, literally within months of Final Fantasy X. Like, that's... Whoops. That's not going to be a game that's going to do financially very well. If you're going up against the biggest RPG release of that entire system, maybe.
Yeah. There's definitely stuff like, you know, I played Dark Cloud 2 before I played Dark Cloud 1, and kind of a lot of stuff of that era was I would play incorrect. I think I need the bunny because I think Chris. So I was like trying to remember, but I'm definitely played 1 before Covenant. I think I got Covenant because I played and liked 1.
Yeah, understandable.
So long ago.
The games do have just this weird tone overall, where they become goofier over time, because Kodelka is a dead serious game. There's no jokes at all in it. Shadow Hearts 1 is mostly serious. Like,
yeah.
It's got a few moments of jokes, mainly because Yuri, the main character of it, is kind of a jokester himself. But on the whole, it's pretty, you know, it's not gonna make that many. 2 gets fucking wacky. And Yuri is like nearly a Bugs Bunny ass like protagonist sometimes. And then 3 is a game that is just densely wacky basically from start to just before it ends.
Which ones have the vampires in it? Is it both or?
All 3 of them have a vampire like playable character.
And there's like a really silly vampire in one of them.
So yeah, Keith Valentine in the first one, he's just a dude with a sword, really. Keith is just a guy. And then you have Joaquin Valentine, or Joachim, I think they pronounce it in the game, who is a pro wrestler, and his weapon is random bludgeons that he finds on the world.
Heck yeah.
And then 3 has, I forget her name, but she's the...
Oh, she's the one that like...
She's not...
She like has 2
idol,
forms.
but is slightly idol themed, and she has like her forms are getting
thin and fat. Yeah, I think
thin and fat. Exactly. Yeah.
It might be Hilda. Probably like Hildegard then. A vampire. I just sort of remembered a very silly vampire in one of those games.
Yeah, there's a very similar vampire in at least 2 of them.
Things I remember for like 15 years ago. Hate having to fight this stupid bird twice.
Yeah, as far as there being horror-themed RPGs, there's actually not many.
No. I wonder if that's just like the nature of JRPGs about number go up.
I'd say that part of that is that, yeah. I won't say like all of it is because there have been a few and they've worked, right? Like,
Yep.
it's not like it can't work. It's just that I think that it's a. I wouldn't be surprised if there is just full-on a sort of disconnect of the kind of average developer who develops a horror game versus an RPG not being interested in working on the same things for the most part.
These bird dudes just extremely suck to fight. Come on, get dead.
やりましたよエッジさん。エッジさんに負けていられます。
ヘイズより強い。
まだまだ若い子には負けないわよ。
Whew. And there's probably a decent amount of like horror RPGs and sort of indie spaces.
Oh yeah, like they just mentioned the Fear and Hunger games.
Yeah.
That's one of those. There certainly are some. I mean, also, RPG Maker horror games are a long and storied tradition. It's just most of those aren't actually RPGs. They're just made in RPG Maker.
Alright, finally don't have any quicksand. Oof. I hate that damn bird. I hate they have to fight him twice. It's like, why?
Sandbird.
Alright, here's Ronald. What you got, bunny? Convert's probably good. Here's some laser oscillators, I guess.
Yeah,
Why
you can
not?
just get these on Rogue. And quantum processors, these are normal.
Alright. I got a quest, that means I can access the arena. Probably try to do it.
We're talking more like traditional turn-based RPGs, Tamerlane, rather than things like Bloodborne and From Software's games in general, which do have some minor horror themes going on.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess something like Bloodborne
Bloodborne would count for sure. Like,
is I mean it's
if,
like it's
if
definitely
you do include it.
it's definitely a template for how JRPGs can do number go up but still have horror and make you feel like you're still gonna die if you like don't pay attention. I definitely think that's like potentially a thing about a lot of horror RPGs. It's like when number go up, you know, you start stomping things. How do you keep the horror aspect going when you get much stronger? But you know, Bloodborne manages it, so it's very doable. To apply it to a turn-based system, be interesting. All right, I gotta go give a woman some poop. I've had a ton of bird poop burn a hole in my pocket and she wants it. Take it. The Darkest Dungeon is a thing I should play at some point. Too many games on my list.
I don't personally enjoy the first Darkest Dungeon much at all. I
Two's
do
better?
like the second though.
Okay.
It's a very different game, is the thing. 2 is a run-based roguelike, functionally, when you get down to it. Whereas the first one is pretty unique, I'll admit to that, but I think it's unique in ways that I think are mechanically bad ideas, personally. The long and short of it is that Darkest Dungeon 1 has absolutely no qualms with you basically having a character that you had spent a large amount of time in investing into become completely useless or just die and become inaccessible. You don't technically lose progress in that there's actually absolutely no like full time pressure in the game. Like, you can just go ahead and get another character up like that again. But to me, that's kind of miserable to have to do.
Yeah, that's fair. It's in the bookshop. I have to go pickpocket a dude. The dude who has a pocket I haven't picked. That's unacceptable. There he is. Yoink. It's very funny that if you like care about affection because you're going for endings, you will pickpocket like 3 times in the game and that's it. Just do the quest ones. I think the quest ones can still lower your affection, which is kind of funny. Alright, do a thing for a quest. Have Raimi hate you. Fine. Back. Here. Oh yes, I'm going to Astro for the Coliseum reception. I need to open up the arena. But yes, you only get access to the arena and to Sarah after beating Tamiel. This is why he's so awful. There's just not much you can do to get more powerful, whereas after him you can get like arena weapons and you can synth stuff and you'll have a much better time in later bosses. Laser, a real piece of shit. Alright, here we go. Ah, can I pickpocket? Yes. Alright. The old lady. Just some silver, but...
Well, better just leave this on the ground.
But luckily you give it back to her. If you can't pickpocket someone, you put it back in their pocket.
That's extremely funny.
So if I get rid of my silver, I can pickpocket her again. I think it was actually further up. But it is like, it's too full for this. You put it back in. Alright, now I'm taking it. There we go. I'm gonna pickpocket this lady.
This is just the first town theme from Vesperia. Listen, Midori Sakuraba sometimes phones it in a little. Most Tales games soundtracks are him phoning it in.
Yes, I agree.
They're fine.
Yeah.
They're not bad in the abstract, but there are other games that he composed where you can tell he clearly cared a lot more.
Yeah. The Bain Kaito soundtracks go so hard. I love them.
Yeah, the Bain Kaitos games are like those are peak Sakuraba style, if you know what I mean, where he's like going for the regular Sakuraba RPG style for his composition, but they're like the best versions of those.
Yeah. But like, I definitely find Tales battle and world themes very unmemorable. But I think the funny thing is when we played Zestiria, we had cameo outfits. We didn't realize until about 3/4 of the way through the game that the cameo outfits changed the battle music. We had no idea it changed it to like the Vesperia ones without us noticing at all.
They're so similar.
Well, because we never heard that. We took them off and we were like, wait, this battle theme's different, what? And it's like, oh, oops, we've been listening to like Vesperia this whole time and didn't realize. Just had no clue. Because I don't remember those battle themes at all.
I think the ones that he cared the most It's complicated with Symphonia, is the thing, because actually Symphonia's most iconic track he didn't compose.
Mm-hmm.
Battle of the Spirits was not something that he initially composed. That was someone else. So, it's like there are good tracks in Symphonia. He cared in Abyss. Tales of the Abyss has a pretty solid soundtrack, except for its boss themes, which are whatever.
Still like his gunpowder. Just carrying that in your pocket. I don't think you should just be carrying gunpowder around in your pocket, dude.
I think I haven't heard much of it, but I think he also cared when they were doing Arise.
Rise is pretty good.
Yeah.
Can I get behind the counter? No, I can't pickpocket this dude. He's countering me.
On the whole, though, I feel like he just treats the Tales games as a very reliable paycheck.
Yes. The stereo soundtrack is actually pretty good. It was just funny. We weren't listening to it for like the most of the game by accident. Their phrase 1900. Okay. Yum, caterpillar fungus. Some more poop. Why are these people carrying... I can understand my brother was carrying poop in his cult uniform. Why is he carrying poop? Sir, why are you walking around with bird poop in your pockets? Not very sanitary. Ooh, I do have to name the bunny. Oh.
You know, it's a great name for a bunny.
Great name for a bunny.
Dog.
Yeah. I feel
named
like...
explicitly after, named explicitly, of course, after, Columbo's famous dog.
Yeah, dog. I just had to go with the bee theme because we're kind of, everyone's a bee at the moment except for Miria, who doesn't have a name yet. We just got her.
Makes sense.
Beans. She was IHOP and then became IHOB.
Oh yeah, when it was very briefly International House of Burgers.
And because it's a bee, it fits with everything else, so...
Yeah.
3 billion, which I think is pretty damn good. I do like Bow Wow as well. But yeah, I have a bee, which is dog. That's so rude.
You could just temporarily go the easy route of just naming her Buria.
I could call her Buria. If anyone has names for Muria and Sarah who's coming up, feel free. Well, then I'm gonna pickpocket. I don't think I can pickpocket the bunny. Oh, of course the bunny lady has bunny feet. Can I pickpocket? Oh, no! Oh, no, that's so rude! Oh, man, I can pickpocket. Yeah, in Japanese, Limo calls the dog Bow Wow instead of Doggy. That's why it was Bow Wow. Which is so much cuter than Doggy. Binasu. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. You did get a name for Sarah, and it was like Binasu. Yeah. I'll have it somewhere. I stole some seeds from my bunny. Sorry, bunny. I don't think Denny can learn it, which is really annoying because he has some battle trophies about Berserk, but he doesn't learn Berserk, so you have to do it with an item. And it's like, fuck you. Why have the battle trophy if you're not gonna let me give him Berserk? It's terrible. Yeah, being Desu might be it, because she says Desu. Alright. Lost bunny. We're gonna take this bunny, it's my bunny now. We're not gonna race it, I've already done all of the racing I need to do. We never need to race the bunny again. Have a pie.
You know, modern versions of EPSSX2 or whatever it's called, PCSX2, actually do let you speed the game up properly instead of it just being unlock a frame limiter, which makes doing the infinite bunny racing requirement to get like that, you know, the final the final crafter of the game.
Yep.
A little bit less annoying. Not a lot less, but a little bit less.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, that is definitely like probably the thing that is stopping me from ever doing the Star Ocean 3 Platinum.
Having to sit there getting 100 points in bunny racing. Yeah, I get it. That's so much wasted time.
That's
Even if you
so
did it
much.
perfectly, getting the perfecta points off of it, by like, I don't know, save stating and reloading because you just, change your bet or whatever. I don't even know if they're seated that way, is the thing.
Oh god, who knows? It's
You
just
need
like...
to get 100 and you get 6 points for every perfecta, which means you have to do at least 17 perfects. Which isn't gonna happen.
No. It is indeed Bean Desu. Alright. So get a name for my bunny. That's Beans is pretty good. But yeah, it's like... And there's no real way to, like, automate it,
Yep.
without, like, a turbo controller and, like, a little program. So it's like... I would have to at least somewhat pay attention. So it is like... I've done a lot of grind for Star Ocean 4, but in a lot of ways it's very easy for me to just, like, not pay much attention to it.
Yeah, you can't do that in 3.
No.
With the things that it asks you to do.
I got it.
Ah.
Beans.
Gotcha.
Alright, Tobeans. I'll give you 1 pie because I'm going to ignore you forevermore, so have a pie as a parting gift. Bye, Tobeans. I've done the 100 races, it sucks, I never have to do it again. Alright, it's like the bunny racing now, don't you fail. The bunny racing in 4 sucks, the 3 sounds just awful. I just stole that lady's cheese.
Just have a pocket full of cheese.
Yep, why not? And some blackberries. There's the, entrance to the 7-star dungeon. I think that's everywhere I can go here, so I think I've pickpocketed everyone on, Roke now.
So, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I remember vaguely, the various elements again. Dark is the last one, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it only give you 1 charge? Like, you have to go recharge it every single
no,
time
the
you use
light
it?
ring, the one I got from that dungeon, that's the 1 charge one. The dark ring has 3 charges.
Okay, gotcha.
But no, the light
So
ring
there's-
is the 1 charge one, and it's in that dungeon. You have to open all those doors and then go find a charge, and it's like, why are you doing this to me? And it also sucks in the second bonus dungeon when you get the crystal floors, and they give you lots of crystals that need the light ring. I nearly ran out of disintegration stones the last time I did it. Charging that 1 charge ring. It's like, why do that to me? Why?
Getting all inventors in Star Ocean 3 doesn't require you to get the top prize in it. The Ben Mystic Sword is the 100 point reward, not the 1,000 top prize.
Yeah. I think, unfortunately, the platinum, might require getting the trophy, and I don't know what that one is. I don't know if that's only 100. Definitely requires what they say is 20 to 40 hours of bunny racing, so... And I don't, like, trust...
20 to 40 hours of bunny racing. It's that, wildly inconsistent. It can take twice as long as the 20 hours minimum, huh?
Yeah, I'll... No, where's the roadmap? Bunny racing, most tedious and pointless... Oh, I got it wrong. Pointless stuff in the game. It will take 30 to 40 hours manually, or 70 to 80 hours with a turbo controller.
Right, if you're just sitting in front of it holding down X over and over again, I guess. Yeah, that would technically do it. Because
Yeah, you set the
it's
turbo to it
thankfully
for
the
you,
top
yeah.
option, and it would just be perfecta on 1 and 2 every single time, I think.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, so if you do this manually, you have to back up C rank races to get A and B rank, and always bet Perfecto on 1 and 2. But you can get a modded turbo controller, Turbo X. It takes longer, but it, it demands nothing from you. You have to get 1,000 points, yeah. Why? I was simply like, no. Despite the fact that I spent, probably over 1,000 hours on this game at this point, I don't know, I balk at that completely and utterly. Because that's on top of, like, all, like, 90% of the battle trophies in 3, like...
Yeah.
On top of, like, doing one of the bonus dungeons before Disc 2, because you have to do it before you lose Roger or something. His Book of Prophecies, yeah, you have to, like, go, like, halfway through one of the bonus dungeons. And it's like... Why?
With enemies that, to be clear, are not scaled down to the point.
No.
They are post-game enemies. They are full-on, like, so difficult that you either have to cheese them or run away, because they will kill you instantly. Man, there are so many bots these days on asking for, like, viewers and shit.
I know, we've been hit by them a lot recently. At least now the Automods seems to be catching them.
Yeah, which is nice.
Which is nice. But yeah, no, we're getting like several every stream. There was a period of time where we were getting like none, and then they just came all flooding back a few months ago, and it's like, oh great. Gonna have to ban some bots. Alright, so I'm grabbing Sarah. There's still more to do here, but I very much like to get the thing, and I can just get her and come back. I think this sword I currently have on... Yeah, this is probably going to be my attack sword anyway, so... I'm thinking of making like an attack sword and then like a spell sword for Denny.
Elastic rapier. Ugh, you would not want one of those.
Just see what it looks like. I think it looks okay. I think that's what it looks like there.
Yeah,
but...
I've seen it in action, I believe, because we've been using it for a bit. It's just... Mechanically, you would want a rapier to be quite rigid, actually. Not super rigid, but rigid still. It's not an S-stock. You would not want it to be like an unsharpened diamond. But...
I just said, well, I guess it's just a great deal of flexibility.
If it has a great deal of flexibility, it's worse at thrusting.
Just looks like the Iron Saber. Weak. Weak. I think this is the one I'm gonna get from the arena. So it's a funny looking sword. Oh dear.
Alright, I guess. Not hideous.
Oh yeah, this perfect sword.
Oh right, we've gone through these actually. That's
yeah.
right.
The bad one. Alright, get on the ship, get Sarah, and then I can... Nope.
Yeah, okay. They were told to just... They told Laura Bailey to just do this voice.
Yes, yeah. They told all the girls to do the voices. I don't know whether the guys got the same prompt and they just didn't, or if they just didn't give that prompt to the male characters. I guess we'll see what Japanese Arma sounds
not
like.
been given it because, like, at the very least, Matt Mercer wasn't like the famous actor he is now. At this point, he was a relatively not unknown, but he was a much lower priority voice actor. During this time, he was, the Troy Baker impersonator is what they fired him as most of the time.
Yeah.
And now I think he's probably actually more relevant than Troy Baker is, because I don't think he even does that much voice acting anymore.
Yeah. Ass is gone.
エルダー本性の反応はどうなっているんですか？
それがね、このところエルダー本性とも連絡が取れないそうなのよ。
本性と
Yeah, sorry, I put the Japanese voices and I'm like, I'm curious. I want to know if my theory of, like, they told the English voice actors to sound like the Japanese ones was correct. Is like, yes, they extremely did. Because I don't know how you explain the weird intonations of the female characters otherwise, you know? They were directed very poorly. These are very talented voice actors.
実際エイオスがどうなったのか気に
Yeah,
なるし
it's you can very easily say that
僕も
basically
同胞たちが心配です。
after probably like a decent bit into the PS2, you can always put it up to voice direction rather than the actors.
あーいやなんでもないん
It's
だ
very rare for it to be the actors doing something that they
少し雰囲
didn't
気が変わ
want.
ったような
Yes.
気がしてさ
It's just, there is so much big, especially, I mean, and they may not have been big at the time, but they're big now, voice actors in this. Although I guess Laura Bailey was probably big at this point, even.
Yeah, she was. Laura Bailey was one of the most common voice actors at the time. Although, when we say big,
や
given
っぱり似合いませんか？
even big voice actors,
Yes.
there's only a tiny handful of them who actually get paid really well.
Yes, yes, they're big for voice actors, yes.
Yeah.
But it is like, you know, there is a lot
準備が
of
整い次第
really good voice actors in this game who have clearly been directed really poorly, and I was like, you know, it's clearly the voice directing, and now in the Japanese, it's like, yeah, the voice director was like, do this, and it's like, no, why?
And that still happens even on high profile like projects and stuff, because Final Fantasy 14, for example, right? The first expansion, Realm Reborn, famously had almost no voice direction whatsoever because they were so unbelievably busy when developing that game. They just didn't even have someone actually give any. It was just, here's our scripts, do whatever. We don't care, actually. We just need the voice act to be done. Then from Heavensward on, they actually like worked out a real flow and all of that with a specific studio and stuff. And that's part of why it moved to an English voice cast instead, actually. The thing is that, and the voice acting was generally quite good from the Heavensward to Endwalker. Probably because they had a very well done, focused voice acting and directing team. With Dawn Trail, they specifically had to, they actually decided to move back to doing some voice acting from the US and America in general, because the area that they were doing was going to be in the US and stuff like that. And I think because of that, the characters who were still from the UK sourced one, they did not receive nearly as good direction, and I think they all home recorded all of their lines, so you can distinctly tell that they're not nearly as good as they were in previous things.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can feel it even in like modern high profile releases that if you don't have a good voice director or they just don't get good voice direction, then the performances can suffer for it.
Yeah.
It just happens.
バイバイなのよ。
サラは今頃どうしてるかな
I do wonder what Sarah is doing right now.
言いたかったな。サラ、また会おうね。
縁があればまた会おう、ミスサラ。
さようなら。
How did she get on the ship with no one noticing?
何言ってるの、サラさん。
Especially since the ship is invisible.
Yeah. Oh well. Oh god, I hate what you can see.
よく考えたら、
Oh no.
私はここにいました。
Alright, good, give me the healer.
お別れできます。
Especially with the healer, I can actually park in a corner and she won't do anything. This is like, I tried to just like turn all like Limel's aggressive spells off and just have her for healing so I didn't have to bother with it, but no, she'll roll up to enemies and bap them and it's like, no.
ちゃんと言って
I can usually count on Sarah not to do that if I tell her not to.
そうだったような
イレーネさんに挨拶も済ませましたから、こ うしてただいまなのですよ。わーい、サラタンなのよ。サラだよ、またサラが一緒だ。どうするのエッチ。
そう言われても。
It's too late. We've already interfered. Might as well interfere more.
大幅にロスすることになる。
これが私のいた世界。ロークなのですね。
Wish you remember a time when you read a director say, anytime you've seen people blame actors for something, it's been my fault. Anytime I've seen people blame me for something, it's been the producer's fault. I'm sure then the producers would have their own statement on that, because most producers don't have, you know,
that much control.
it depends on what they mean by producer, actually.
True,
because, you know,
yes.
they're technically people who are just on set managing, you know, the actors and stuff are producers as well.
Yep.
If
It's
they
all
mean,
it's
like,
the
producers,
executive
like-
producer's fault always.
Yeah. If they mean someone who's like a producer who is, you know, part of the investment team who has work on the game and stuff like that, and is an overall project manager, then those can get blamed for sure.
It's a little kidnapping.
だから一緒に連れて行ってはもらえないでしょうか。皆さんがいれば飛べる気がするのです。
Thanks for cutting to everyone's face.
いろいろあったんだ。苦しくて、悲しくて。それは今も残ってる。
No, Edge, those feelings are not in you. You go back to, like,
少しだけ救われた気がした。
being as completely reckless as you were before.
イレーネさん。
There'd always be so much that he doesn't learn from what happened here to Earth.
僕はこれからもみんなに迷惑をかけると思う。
And he just gets to be captain again.
一緒に行こう。
Consequences, what are those?
もちろんです。だって仲間じゃないですか。
ああ、そうだね。これからもよろしく、サラ。
はい、こちらこそ。
Denny stewing in the corner. I do think it's very funny that even in the dev interview they were asked, do his eyes glow red because he's been infected? And I'm like, no, the Eldarians genetically modified themselves so their eyes glow red when they get angry, and it's like, okay.
So bizarre. Like, I know that it's like, okay, this is the thing that starts his becoming what he does and all of that, right? But it's technically not the actual inciting incident that causes him to go, I don't believe in evolution, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's that's actually the fact that the Eldar homeworld gets destroyed, if I remember right. That's the thing that sets him completely off on the edge.
Yep.
Does he ever learn that most of them actually survived anyway, though? Like the fact that they got off the homeworlds?
I mean, I don't think he finds out when he's the final boss. So maybe he finds out when he, So I think I was gonna save this to the ending, but the way he gets saved for his special ending is Limmel did it. Apparently Limmel has been learning teleportation symbols in the back, and she teleported him off the planet and onto Lemerus. And then so I was like, well, why did it take him so long to get to Limmel then in the ending? Because she's grown up a bit. And they're like, he literally had to walk across the planet.
That's really funny.
Just like, that's hilarious. I mean, it's very stupid, but it's so funny. And so it's just like, no, I don't think. I mean, maybe when he gets to Limmel and he finds the rest of his people have landed on Lemurus, maybe in the ending he finally knows that his people are mostly alive. But in the game, no, he never learns that. But no, it's very funny. Edge is saved by Denny's spaceship, his soul, and Denny was saved by Limmel teleporting him away to safety. Just because you see the Nomad girl used the teleportation to bring the bunny. And they were like, since then, she's been learning the teleportation symbol, and she casts it right before they leave, so that's how Denny doesn't die in space. Why not?
Extremely funny that they did that interview in the begin with. Like, what did they do that interview like years after the fact, or was
No,
it,
this was like an interview from like 2009, I think, that I found online. It'd been translated from Japanese. It was like right after the game came out, and it annoyed me for very many reasons. Hey, well, one was like they think the story's overall theme is about balance. If there's too much of something, it's bad. If there's too little of something, that's also bad. So the overall theme is balance, and I'm just like,
is it?
no, it isn't.
Because like, I don't think that there's a single thing in this that implies that.
Right? I mean, I agree with her. They're like, oh, there are small themes which are like, you know, picking yourself up after failure and moving forward and how painful it is and all that. And I'm like, yeah, agreed.
That's true.
They fuck them up. I think they don't do them very well, but I agree those themes are in there. But then they're like, the big overarching theme is balance. And I'm like, bullshit. Absolutely not.
Is the balance in question of maybe you don't interact that hard with somewhere, and maybe you should not go whole hog on it, and that's why we introduced the UP. But the thing is that that's not a theme of balance, that's a theme of non-intervention, period, because
Yes.
Edge fucks everything up!
Yes. Yeah, it's
He
like...
never actually... His only time that he actually positively contributes is probably this bit right here with Asmodeus. And
Yes.
that's it.
Yep. I guess, like, Denny in, beating Nox Obscurus. But, like,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, that was still technically Denny's fault that it happened in the first place. Not Denny's fault. Edge's fault that it happened in the first place because Denny's part of his crew.
Yes, I agree. He's just fixing his mistake. But yeah, no, it's like, ooh, I read it, I'm just like, what the fuck do they mean by that? Like, it's such a common theme in a lot of stories, you know, balance, like too much light begets dark and all that shit. Like, that is so common, and I'm just looking at this game being like, there's none of that in this game. What are you talking about? It's like, too much evolution is bad, too little evolution is bad, but like, that doesn't make any sense, and it's like, and then they do a pact to not interfere. Isn't that also bad then, if it's about balance? Shouldn't we find the right amount of interference?
I will give one bit of context of something that actually Loon looked into at some point, is that most times the word evolution is used in games like this. It's not actually evolution that's being said in the Japanese. It's a euphemism for simply just progress.
Progress, yeah.
Yeah, which means like, I guess the idea is like, don't progress too fast, you'll leave some stuff behind, which that actually is true to some extent. Like, you know, the number of times we invent solutions to problems that don't exist. For example, generative AI right now.
Ah, yes, yep.
So like things like that is true, but the things that they end up using it for don't generally make that much sense for what they talk about.
Also, like, the fact that it's, like, unnatural progress versus natural progress. It's like, what does that mean, though? Like,
If it means stuff like autonomy and self-actualization, then I can understand that to some extent. You don't want to just walk into somewhere and say, this is what you're doing now. Obviously that's unreasonable. But
I think the thing is, like, the human race has essentially in this game been unnaturally evolved. So
yeah, that's the thing, and it's depicted as a good thing
right?
on the whole. Like, so it's not really even particularly consistent about it, nor is it like really actually showing exactly where that's good and the things that Edge does that aren't. Like, it's not. It doesn't do a good job of showing exactly where that line is at all.
Mm-hmm. It's just. It is like, I agree with the you don't go underdeveloped planets and giving them nukes, like, but that's also obvious. Why does this game feel the need to like tell me that? Like, no shit, Sherlock,
But, like,
don't
when
do
you-
that.
But when you take it as from the perspective of simply like just visiting somewhere, and like if you happen to while visiting somewhere share like the differences between your culture and someone else, even if that happens to involve a differing level of technological understanding, that's not a bad thing to make them aware that those differences exist. Like that's normal and understandable in a lot of ways. It's not like we're talking about like the fucking Sentinelese where they where you just leave them alone because they're actively hostile in a lot of ways to the idea of anyone going to their island in the first place.
Yeah.
It's different.
You could like also just be conscious, because I think the thing that bothers me about this crew just going down to planets and not making any effort to like blend in is just like, you could be attacked. Like, they've already been worshipped as gods. It's like, but you could also be attacked as like demons, and it's like, but also like if you want to like learn about people and interact with them, you should like make some effort to not seem like a strange alien being that's come down from the sky. Like, try to blend a little bit.
Don't be a fucking tourist.
Yeah.
Is what we're saying there,
Don't trample in everywhere. Just like self-righteously do what you want. It's like, be more respectful, guys. Maybe don't look like this.
Again, Ray is very refreshing in Star Ocean 6 because again, not even part of the Federation that has the UP3 to begin with. He does not care about it. B, I think I went 1 and then B, which is smart. The thing about him is that he's stranded. Like, he's... It's not even like he chose to be there. He's stranded on the planet and doesn't even necessarily want to do it. And he doesn't bring up being a spaceman all that often. He's just generally like, okay, I'll go with the flow here. I'm fine with that. I will tell you about where I'm from and what's been going on. I'm not even going to hide any of it. I just want you to know so you know who you're dealing with.
Alright. What factors have I got? This has a 5 synth limit, alright. I wonder if it'll actually... God, I'm thinking, how much does an Ashley gem actually put on? Because something has like a higher synth limit, it might actually be better than the Elastic Rapier. 100, it would have to be... it would have to have a lot more slots, I think it's still better, but... What have I got? I think I have 1 attack plus 18.
If you can only add 100 to the attack off of that, you'd have to, if it was percentage based and like up to like 15%, I think that it theoretically could do with a mixture of plus 100 and 15% or whatever. But starting with just the 587, I think is going to outperform it like most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, the much higher base, you'd have to have a lot more, add a lot more hundreds. I have 1 plus 18%.
Yeah, you'd need like 4 plus 18% and 4 plus 100s, I think, for it to match to any degree.
There's a plus.
And
7.
even then, 18, maybe 18%. I don't know.
One of these. I definitely you put the factors on one thing and then synth that on. So instead of like synthing 3 limits for factors, I just synth 1. I'm just thinking of what factors I want. So I could get more plus 18s now that I have Sarah. Although, I don't have Animal Drop yet. What is the drop rate on those things? The wolves on Rogue drop. But no, it's an animal drop. I don't get the book for that until the end too. That's annoying. Alright. I guess I probably do just put a 7% on, and then maybe this hyper potion. Just put attack plus 10, why not? Oh, that's another attack plus 7%. Yeah. Right, I could even... I'd put everything on the attack bracelet. I don't know how much that would give. You don't actually get that much from synthing weapons onto weapons. I get like 6 from that. What would I get from the, I get 10 from the silver. Yeah, you get something like, when you do a weapon, you get something like 10% of its base attack as well. Like, so if you like synth the weapon strength up, that doesn't carry over if you synth it onto a different weapon. Something this game is. But yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna have to hop, but
Alright.
enjoy the rest of your time.
I gotta get this done by mid-September. It's going off PS Plus.
Fair enough.
Alright, thanks for coming.
See ya.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, Sylvant, because it's got no factors. I would get more of the... So yeah, these... Potentially what will just happen is I just make a way better weapon later. It's fine. But yeah, it's attack plus 18%. It's good shit. So I'd probably just do attack plus 18% and then attack plus 7 and 7. And then put a bunch of Ashley jewels on the elastic one. Yeah, it's definitely funny. Yeah, like 3's like whole thing is like, yeah, some guy's trying to wipe you out because you evolved too much, and you're fighting to keep existing. And this game is like, no, too much evolution, too bad. Maybe that's Luther's influence on the game. Alright. These potent attack seeds. I still think I'll probably get a better rapier for the end game, but this is probably good. And the attack bracelet. And we take our elastic rapier and we put Sylvance on it, and we get 3 factors for the cost of 1 synth slot. There we go. And then I can put 400 more attack on it. But yeah, it's not very much. Alright, I sent some jewels. Goodbye, Int. It's very funny, I'm gonna destroy his intelligence, but it's worth it. It's worth it. You can make some incredibly busted shit in this game. Yeah, if you've seen my, I mean, I can show off my file at some point. I just see how many factors I get in the Mithril Rapier. It may end up being I get 2 Mithril Rapiers. I can't remember if that's the one I want to do. Don't really remember his rapiers very well. I need to make another Ashley Jewel. I mean, the main thing is that I am using, very much in post-game bosses, Jewel to make this shit, really stupid. In the main game, you don't have access to this level of power at this point, but... New Game Plus, baby, I am, unlimited. Up to 2,000 attack, yeah. Yeah, you can, so the Monster Jewel, yeah. That's the Monster Jewel thing. You get it really early, the Monster Jewel thing, from like Denny, like on the first planet. And for most of the game, it's like not very relevant, I would say. It doesn't like do very much for you. I will just put on an anti-paralysis. Like, I could make an accessory, but I'm not sure how bothered I can be about that. But there specifically once you beat this bonus boss and you beat him enough times to get his data, his jewel is utterly ridiculous. It's 77 attack, minus 23 in 129 defense, 72 hit guard, and it adds like 100 attack to weapons. It's just that good. How you make the busted shit. I don't think I have much of a board right now, so I could just yeah, it's a neat mechanic. I think the thing about it is that the bosses, you do have to fight the bosses a few times to get it. But like you have to fight like normal enemies like 100 times to get one. This is deeply irritating. What I'll do is I'll load up my 200-hour file and show off my my gear. I think I like it more in concept than practice, because I think there needed to be more good jewels. I don't think there are so few useful ones. Even like early on, it's like they're kind of bad. All right, so yep. A laser suit. It's got talismans. It's got my tri-emblem. It's very funny to me that you end up wearing a tri-emblem, the faker, rather than the real thing. That's it there. You basically tack like 8 emblems onto this to make a super tri-emblem, because you can only synth like 2 things onto an emblem. It is very funny. But yeah, I got the laser weapons. Got Imperial swords. Yeah, I have a lot of laser weapons, and then I made some, like, distinct weapons for people. Got universal armor. So, a lot of these, I think, some of them have actually jewels, but some of them actually have a different synth on them. I believe the synth that I used is very funnily. If I go in here, I might have a few of them still. Yeah, I have 15. So yeah, here you can see. So the Infinity Saber, there we go. So the Infinity Saber gives you about 150 attack and int when you synth it. It only costs 1 clay to duplicate. So it's actually one of the best synths in the game, other than the Ashley Jewel, for weapons. And this is Denny's sword from the second bonus dungeon. So Denny lives, even if you don't take him. His sword is incredibly useful for synthing. So thank you Denny, for your Infinity Saber. Yeah, it's got like a bow with 5,000 attack on it. Denny is with me in spirit, yeah. I don't give him, he doesn't need one to max attack, so I guess the thing I should show as well is, sort of stat-wise. So yeah, the point of this is to max out everyone's attack and defense and health as much as possible, basically. And int for those who care about int. So, oh, she's, I probably have bad stuff on her for a reason at the moment. Yeah, that's fair. I have a few different ones that I have to, like, look through. Yeah, that one doesn't tank int, so I think it's that one. You're just to confuse myself, Nope, wrong one. I do still have that one on. Alright. There we go. We can't have Limo being underpowered, can we? Alright, there's her maxed int. So yeah, 255, and like insane amounts of spending. So I think I might have a base. I should have a base laser weapon if I don't. So the base laser weapon is 900 attack and 600 int. My upgraded ones are over 3,000. I don't know if I have a base laser suit. Oh, I do. Yep, there we go. So normally it has 900 defense. Now it has all of this on it. I have some laser suits that were made with Ashley Jewels, which is why they have minus int. And then I made these later with other ingredients so that they were better for my mages. Oh yes, and everyone has 20 in every resistance, so they don't take any elemental damage. So yes, weapon and armor synthing is the most powerful thing you can do. I have to save since I changed Little's equipment per baby. I must have had her die. Oh, I know what I was doing. I was getting her knocked down. So, there was this card file. There's a battle drift of her being knocked down a certain number of times. And with her powerful gear on, she had too much guard and was not being able to be knocked down. And that's why I took all her gear off of her. Like, why do I do things? It's like, that's why I do things. Alright, so now we're gonna go back to Denny. But yes, it's weapon synthing, endgame weapon synthing is absolutely ridiculous. Because your stats at the end game, even at level 255, which is what everyone is, you're not that strong. Your gear makes all the difference in this game. As you can see by Limo going from like, I don't know, 2,000 int to max int. It matters so much. Alright, I'm on Lemurus at the minute. There's a couple quests here. I will be doing the arena for Denny, but I will probably do it off stream actually. I think. Oh no, I think do we the Earth Ring now? The Earth Ring's on alternate Earth, isn't it? Yeah, I can get rid of this. I went the wrong way, but there is actually a rock you can kill here to get into town this way. Why would you? I don't know. I purely did it because I went the wrong way. So yes, now that we have 3 billion, we can talk to the cats on Lemurus. Aww. What a good cat. That's a damn good cat. You look after this guy. You got a damn good cat there, buddy. Trying to talk to the old man, but... Alright. Everyone else in this town is dead. Sorry for stealing 700 money from your dead grandpa. Alright, gotta go to Woodley. Means I got a hoof it. So here's the, like, we made things too big. It's very funny playing, Ni no Kuni 2, at this point. Because, like, its world map is more like an old school world map, but it'd be more compact, and so it's, like, so much more interesting to walk around than, like, the planets here. I know it's a newer game, but it's just generally, like, you know, bigger isn't always better. Run, run. I mean, they could just give me quick travel. I have a ship, they could just have another parking spot by Woodley. Ah, fuck, I missed, it's fine. Alright, how much damage are we gonna do with our rapier? Unit 2000 attack, 1000 damage. Yeah, the limiters really came off. We were talking to Doc about it earlier about how that also makes the puzzle dungeons too big. They really are like, you know, we're not limited by small spaces anymore. We can make them really big, and it's like, but you shouldn't. And they thought about how they could. They never stopped to think about if they should. But yeah, there's just so many games of this era that, like, have big empty spaces. Alright, I hope I made 2 flutes. Because then there's one for the boy. Oh, I still don't have 16 tasty mushrooms. Alright, I definitely have a shop item handing. Sorcerer lady with a very cool picture. Ah, no, I already did her one. But now I have to talk to the cat. So what's this cat saying? Thanks a bunch for helping me back on track, man. Sorry lady and your little girl, you're my peeps forever. Gotta go scare some Scratch to help him out a little. I was running around a little and I wound up going all the way in the next village over, but I couldn't find Jack. And on top of that, I got myself totally lost. Man, my street cred's hit 0. You gonna talk like that? Yeah? No, 3 billion, just jazzed it up a little bit. I'm pretty sure one of the cats tells me about, some cash. It's just rubbing a pigeon. I don't think you can get the cash before you talk to the cat. Where's the cat? Cat, 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 cat. Cat! Alright. Alright, Kinda gets hot easily, she's around, that's a stereotype, it's just gonna cat doesn't mean you have to sleep all curled up in the living room. Yeah, you do, though. This is a cat that likes being out in the cold. Likes being outside, alright. Not the cat that tells me about the cash, but I can at least... Aha, same kind of flute, get him a flute. Did I make a second flute? I hope I made a second flute. Made the second flute, we're good. Very funny to make a flute, then like, hand it over, and then be told you have to go and make another flute. Walk all the way back to your ship. Walk all the way back. And, get another one. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's... Oh, shit, did I miss someone? Not allowed. I'm stealing your hot chocolate, old man. Taciturn old man, I'm stealing your hot chocolate. It's mine now. I'm out. I'm free. Is this cat? There's a cat that tells you about money. Hidden behind the house. Ah, right, there is actually a quest in here. The boy lost his shit. Not that cat. Where's the other cat? Children. I think the cat was in a house, but I guess it's in a house. Ah, yeah, it might be this cat. Yep, alright, it's this cat. Yeah, alright. People are stupid. They don't understand anything. Double true for this clerk. How can she hold a sales position if she doesn't understand what she's selling? I'm amazed the store is still in business. And you don't get a thing either, do you? Why, I bet you didn't even notice the lavish treasure behind the store yet. I dug it up all by myself, so go take a look once you're done here, after you're finished thanking me. It's starting to get your goat. Alright, so I think now we can get the treasure behind the house. Cats are just everywhere, man. There are elves? I can believe cats. Cats on rope, cats on Lamarus. Everywhere there's people, there's cats. I think they should be like we space beasties. I think making them cats is a little lazy, but you know. Give me some funky alien creatures, please. Alright, I think I have to talk to the cat in here about the keepsake. Piece of swag, yeah, thanks for the Oracle's charm, that's the boy's necklace. It's true, everyone loves cats. Cats are good, man. I would just like some, I could do some cat-like alien creatures. They could be cat-esque. Alright, some chain combos for free. Sure, yeah, the true interfering was developing cats and then putting them everywhere. Alright, firewood. See if I have firewood. Yep, I have firewood. Make some delicious dinner. Alright, anyone else? I think, gosh, there's one if I go all the way up. Into the cathedral, but I honestly don't think I care. That's a bit too far for me to go. It's like, it's not worth it. I don't need to do every quest. I'm doing far too many quests, to be honest. Frankly, but at least if it's just like going to a place and doing it, it's fine. I don't really want to go all the way up the citadel. It's such a pain in the ass. Alright, back to Roke. Yeah, it turns out humans deposited cats all over the universe. That's the true balance. We have too many cat bad, man. Too little cat bad, but too many cat bad. That's the real balance. I mean, I think, I'm generally not a fan of open world games, thinking about how big places are, because I feel like most open world games are very big and empty. I think the trend of everything becoming open world, I mean, you can see that, like, when the limitations of having to, like, have a world map, because otherwise, you know, you can't, like, actually physically depict a world that's big when you're on the, like, PlayStation 1. Like, when that eased in the PS3 era, things just got bigger and bigger, much to detriment. Games got longer, areas got bigger, and emptier. Alright, back to Roke. And that trend has just continued ever since. That's why things that, like, Pokemon should not be an open world game. I think Scarlet and Violet are, like, the worst Pokemon games in a long time. Not that they're even that bad, although they ran like dog shit. It is just, like, I don't think the open world concept works for very long. Let me see if I can make more monster jewels. Like, one thing I could do with the arena is buy some. Crystal Mercury and Alchemist are interesting. I am going to make, I believe, a Fairy of Wisdom. Yeah. I potentially could have made a Fairy of Aggression in order to get an attack plus 18%, but I think I'm okay. I think by the time I want to upgrade that attack sword, I will be able to get Sabertooth fangs. That won't really be a problem. And then what else to make? Oh, right! I totally forgot. I have Sarah now. I need to invent new recipes. Alright, strap in for exciting, heart-pounding action. Learning shit. You do have to, it's very funny, you do actually have to do like individual, like 2 people ones, because there are some recipes that are only for 2 specific people. Hunt, light and darkness scarf, woo! I'm like, where's the thing I want to make? And it's like, oh, it's probably Sarah locked.
張り切っていこう。疲れました。こんなんできましたよ。アイデア絞り出していきましょう。気合い入れろよ。アイデア絞り出していきましょう。
Oops.
気合い入れろよ。
It's very funny, because normally what you can make is actually based on, so you can see the skills up there. Everyone has like smithery, engineering, cooking, crafting, points. Ah, I can see how many I've found. Didn't actually know I could do that. But yeah, you see the group. So this has like no smithery and engineering. Now it has some artistry. So the recipes are actually based on these points. But because it's specific people, it's, you know, in 3 it would be like you had the points, but you could get to those points with like 3 or 4 different people, right? Because you just have a set 8 or 9 people, people just list, rather than listing it by the points you need, it's like you put Sarah, Limmel, and Miracle in a group to get this specific recipe, you know?
いやー、大したものね。
Which is kind of funny.
行ってみよう。
完成度が高いほど有益なものに。
いいんじゃない？こういうレシピも。
Yeah, self-destructor 3000! Woo!
張り切っていこう。やりまし
The
た。
self-destructor 3000 is a thing I used for a few of those, exact damage trophies.
まだまだ。
The self-destructor 3000 is very funny. It blows yourself up and then any enemies nearby are caught in the explosion. The damage it's done is based on the character's attack stat and HP, and there's a formula for it. There used to be a calculator online that's like disappeared, which was not helpful, so I kind of just had to like eyeball it. But it's quite consistent. So it's a good way to get exact damage trophies. By manipulating your HP and your attack stat. Make some sushi!
気合い入れろよ。疲れました。よっしゃー。できたわ。
I wish you could fast forward this.
調子いいみたい。
You kinda just have to sit till it's done.
気合い入れろよ。できましたよ。
Ah, there's the bow. The medium mystic bow is the one that, in my 200-hour file that Raimi's using. Yeah, it needs moonstones and philosopher's stones. Which are, yeah, it has 4100 attack base.
アイデア絞り出していきましょう。
That's a post-game weapon.
ゴー。
Literally, because I think philosopher's stones are only in the second post-game dungeon.
期待してるからね。気合い入れろよ。調子いいみたい。やりましたね。できたわ。よっしゃー。
I do think this, I like the weapon synth thing. I think the weapon synth thing is actually pretty interesting, but I do think the,
アイデア絞り出してい
I think the idea stuff is so much more boring than 3's. But yeah, I gotta do the entire plot of Fullmetal Alchemist multiple times to get the ultimate weapon. You need like, oh my god, you need like 20 Philosopher's Stones for all the recipes. They're really annoying to get to. They're like right at the bottom of the second bonus dungeon. Oh yeah, there's another Philosopher's Stone. I think I did this already, but kind of forgotten. Yeah. Things get mixed up. Yeah. Yeah, I need quite a few Philosopher's Stones. And they're like... Let me see what the drop rate is. I finally found a guide with all of the drop rate stuff in it. 3% drop from one enemy in the like floor 16 to 20. And one is a 4%. And there are 2 enemies that drop it, and one is a 3% drop and one is a 4% drop. Oh, it's so mean. And you need a bunch of them. Luckily, I only really need to do it once. I will actually be doing depending on when the game leaves PS Plus, how long I've beaten it, but I would actually be doing post-game stuff on this file, because Denny has a lot of battle trophies related to the post-game. I have to beat his shadow, and his shadow is in the second bonus dungeon. I'm like 99% sure I did you, but my eyes kind of glaze over when doing this. Ooh, Bigfoot claws. They need red dragon scales. Ooh. Yeah, there's not much to do with Bacchus because her engineering skills are so low. Dragon God scale. Getting there. Also the fact that you have to do this multiple times. If you do this before you level everybody's skill to 10, you do have to do this multiple times. We got a Wand of Resonance, we got an O, which needs Dragon God scale, yeah. There's more Philosopher's Stone for the Rumble Claws. Oh, Ethereal Queen's Feather, right, yeah. Yeah, that's right, yeah. You have to beat the second super boss for some of these weapons. That's another Ethereal Queen's Feather and Philosopher's Stone for that weapon. I think it is very funny how by the time you were like, beating the Ethereal Queen, you've probably made Ultimate Gear. You probably do not need to make these weapons anymore. You're able to beat the Ethereal Queen. She's the hardest boss in the game. I guess, like, technically you've beaten her once. You do need to beat her upgraded twice, but... frankly, if you're able to comfortably beat the 2-wing form, you can comfortably beat 6-wing. She doesn't get that much harder, she just gets longer. She just gets a buttload more health. Good lord, why do you still have so many cards? Stop it. Stop it. Come on. How much more art could you possibly invent? Oh, good lord. Oh, finally. Alright. Oh, God. Mash my way through all of this. I mean, the truly annoying thing about all of these symbol cards, honestly, is that if you are trying to make 100% of items for the trophy, you do have to make all of those too, and there's so many of them. Ah, a little vending machine too, that's a good one. I don't know if I can make it yet. There's the laser suit. My ultimate armor. So the thing about the laser suit is there's armor that has better oh, I can make it. I should make that. So I don't know, it has 900, but the good thing about the laser stuff is they have a lot of synth slots. So I believe they both have 16, and so that means you can pump a lot of stats into it. So even though there's armor that has like thousands more defense, if I can put like 200 defense on per synth slot, that's thousands of defense more I can put on. Plus a lot of the like armor that has like really high defense has like downsides. Alright, I think with this is finally done. Oh yeah, here's the Onyx Saber that I need Philosopher's Stones for. Yeah, there's a Rune Saber, which is okay. The Elastic one that I'm using right now is definitely way better. Yes, I may end up getting 2 Mithril ones. Probably go ahead and make 1 Monster Jewel. Yeah, if I want to make more stuff, I'm probably gonna have to do some arena grinding. But yeah, this is how many symbol cards there are. This will be all of them, because yeah, there's so many, and they need like, you know, this one needs 6 paint for 1. And there's a lot of like shop quests in EN2 that want like 5 of these, so like you can only hold 20 of each paint, so you have to make them one at a time, and then go get the ingredients. And there is a vending machine that sells paint and stuff, but it's in the second bonus dungeon. It's like, I don't do those shop quests until I get vending machine 3 from the dungeon, because it's the difference between running out here to buy paint and attack cards and running all the way to the shops on EN2 to do it. Goodbye, jukebox. I need to pick my vending machine up. Alright, this one has some cider in it, I think. Yeah. Danger, do not drink, and gunpowder. There's my swept hilt. It's pretty good. We got some pie crust and fresh cream. Some rivets. Whew. And this one, I think, the first one is like more consumable item stuff. Yeah. Alright. Head back to Troy. There's a ton of busy work. Okay, so I will do the arena off stream because it is a lot of me just fighting in the arena. It's just a lot of killing one enemy over and over again, and I have to do 50 in a row for a battle trophy. And you can't like save and load for the in a row because that breaks your streak. So you literally just have to like fight 50 enemies, not saving, not taking a break. Kinda sucks, that's why the anti-paralysis is on. Aww. Come on, Bacchus, you gotta do better than that. You gotta obtain some items. Yeah, the synth weapon will help Denny get through much better. I still... Yeah, still need bee stingers. Oh, I never did talk to the dude. Go back to Trop. Fine. Yeah, that lady who gives me errands has more errands now, but I still have to get all the bee stingers. Too many bee stingers. Should, yep, stay out of trouble. She should, as long as I turn off her, offensive skills, she should just sit in a corner and heal me. I don't super think I need it for a lot of things, but it's finally nice to have a healer, so I don't have to worry about my health. A healer that will, like, sit in a corner and won't attack things. I mean, that's the problem with, like, Limmel and Muria, is that, like, they attack, even though they're told to stay out of trouble, they will not stay out of trouble. They will absolutely fall face first into trouble. Deeply irritatingly, and it's like, no, what are you doing? I've told you to stay out of trouble, and it's like, nope. Whereas Sarah, you can literally park in a corner and she won't move from it unless an enemy comes near her. It's very useful for the Ethereal Queen fight, because otherwise, like Muria and Limmel will get themselves killed by going up to her, whereas you park Sarah at a faraway corner and she'll stay there. This is the guy. Yep. Ah, yes, Ocarina. Yeah, I probably do want that. The Ocarina skill is very, very helpful. Unlike Augury, which is completely useless, so I might as well give it to Sarah. If I ever actually sat down and just did Augury, it's a thing. So, like, it's literally just... I don't even can skill boost it. Can you level it up? Yeah, you can level it up. Why on earth? It doesn't do anything. I leveled it up for funsies because I want to, like... It might just give you more auguries. Your town built a solid stone and I hear the voice of someone in need. What are you... No, I actually have no idea what she's talking about there. Ian 2 isn't... stone. Any town made out of stone? In Trium, the people were turned to stone. Scalding hot town where warriors gather. Is this like a side quest hint? I mean, that's to Troy, but like... What on earth does I hear the voice of someone in need mean other than, like, you've got a quest there? The unblemished city of the observers. Yeah, I see a scalding hot dog. That's like EN2, I guess. The accomplished quite that you have, yes, is not the end. Those have hopes in the heart don't know the meaning of the word. Is that from, like, beating the game? Every hour play, you should rest for 15 minutes. Yeah, okay, so past the crib on the sealed door, the undying dragon. The dragon is who you have to fight in order to get the water ring. So another world falls. Wait, what? Is that talking about, Denny's homeworld, Eldar? Star Ocean cries out in agony! It's Star Ocean! Oh, she's asleep now. Port surrounded by sand. Well, I guess that's Trop. I mean, I don't know why I'm talking to you at all, Elena. You got literally nothing useful to say to me. It's always like, oh, you've got a quest in this town, right? But that's not useful information. Of course I've got quests in towns. That's where quests are. That's where the NPCs live. That's Nox Obscurus, yeah. Yes, that's 49 again. Another life is lost, yeah, people die, yeah. Don't disturb me. Death should not have taken thee, idiots. I will give thee another chance. What? That's, Woodley. That's Woodley again. Stalking up you on slime, don't go overboard. I see the future now. You may find plenty of that stuff in treasure chests along the way. Don't I know it? Don't I know it? I have some information that can be beneficial to you if you want. Come on over here and straighten up this place for me first, then we'll talk. That's probably her side quest, which I don't know if it's active right now. I think it's later. Okay, so I think this is, like, talking about the inventor in this town who gives me quests. Charge your rise in agony! It's imperative you take sufficient precautions in all that you do. You're not very attractive when you panic. Thanks, Elena. All I worry about is how physically attractive I am to you, Elena. Thanks for telling me. There's no shame in rest, nor is there any need to rush things. Yeah, I didn't do this on the last stream because, like, it's a useless skill that doesn't do anything. I would look so much better if I smiled. I'm getting so many of the same ones, but I know we haven't seen all of them. I don't think we've seen 53 different ones. That's true, I'm not very attractive. Ah, 62! Oh god, there's 62? Tall things there's a beginning and an end, but what you perceive as the end may in fact just be another beginning. Yeah, I know, post-game dungeons. We're all about it. Don't deny your body rest by relying on medicine all the time. Get some proper sleeping in now and then. I wish I could sleep, hen. I wish. Unexplored lands often conceal a great number of dangers. You best not neglect your preparations. They put a lot of dialogue in this that is boring and bad. Oh, man. Like, this is like, I mean, I think the thing about it is, like, when devs, like, there's a lot of flavor text in a lot of Tales games, but, a lot of them are actually fun and interesting. I wonder if there's even 62 or if there's, like, numbers missing in the middle. I wonder if there's, like, places I've already, like, done the quests for, so it's not giving me the augury for. I haven't seen any new ones in a bit. Oh, this is new. If you find yourself in the neighborhood, come visit me. The men will have to sleep outdoors, of course. Heh. Why would they have to sleep outdoors? They can just sleep in the living room. They don't have to sleep on the ground. Not very hospitable of you. Greetings, it's me, Lainey the Holy Maiden. My favorite food is eggplant with yuuzhan sauce. Okay. Right after that, another world falls. Look how much help you get from each dose of appreciation, fools. I mean, I guess. Once you fulfilled their destiny, there is another mission. Yes, I see it now. You must bring me a giant barrel of wine. Haha. Hoo-hoo. Very funny. Hey, Lainey, the Holy Maiden. The Star Ocean sheds tears of sorrow. That's a different one. The other one that says the Star Ocean is crying is number 14. There are 2 auguries about the Star Ocean crying. Wow, alright. Yeah, this should cost like 100 MP, yeah. Oh, you're looking for runic metal? Try mining one of those rock walls you see everywhere. You should be able to mine coal there too. Okay, that is so unhelpful. Oh my god. It's like, you're looking for runic metal? It's like, yeah. And she's like, well, mine. And it's like, yes, I know. You mine where? What planet? Which ones? Only certain spots have runic metal in them. That was so bad. Star Ocean is a crybaby. Ah, negligence is one's worst enemy, or so the wise men say. Record your progress often and avoid retreading old paths. Nobody wants to live with regret. I mean, we actually retread old paths a lot in this game. You backtrack a shit ton. Keep it down, will you? I'm trying to rest. Leave me be for a while. No. No. Did it twice. I was like worried it would just say that, but no, it was just getting it twice. Yeah, I see the Star Ocean cries at night. I knew it was number 14. Star Ocean is a hella crybaby. She's getting very mad at me now. Your stars were just tears. Makes you think. Okay, I haven't had a new one in a bit. We might be out. There's the tears of sorrow again. There's almost certainly a list of these somewhere. Someone will have, like, recorded all of these down. Alright. Oh, shit! Oh, there's a new one! Wow, I did manage to, I was gonna be like, I'm gonna give up, and then I got a new one. So you're the heroes of the Colosseum I heard about, knowing you might turn out to be valuable after all. Perhaps I should get your signature. Alright, I think that will do, though. I think that will do for today. I'm gonna go with the arena and save in there. Alright, well... I hope you enjoyed the auguries. I don't think I showed off the auguries when I showed
Never saw them before.
No, because it's a useless skill that just gives you some, like, not very funny or interesting flavor text, I guess. Can't find a full list of auguries? Oh my god, maybe I have to do it now. No, I don't. Alright, well, more of this. Definitely on Friday. Probably if Saber is unable to join me on Mondays, it'll be my Monday game as well. Just really make sure I get this done. But I need to do the Colosseum. I need to get myself a rapier. It's 1900 coins. How long could it take me to farm that? You know, 2 minutes, you know? Alright, well, we'll be back on Sunday. Oh, if I had 10 years ago, people making a full list and then not doing it. Sounds about right. Alright, well, on Sunday we'll be back with more Tunic, which I really enjoyed on Tuesday.
Yeah. I also might stream my boss attempts with the final boss of the Elden Ring DLC tomorrow morning.
Oh, nice.
Like I did with Melania. We'll see.
I already did the bunny race streams. I have the trophy. I have it.
There's a 50 up there somewhere.
100.
There it is.
I have it. I have it. I have it. Don't need to do it again.
0.7% of players.
Done. It's done. The bunnies are done. I don't need to do another bunny racing stream ever again until they re-release this on the PS7. I have to platinum it again.
You don't have to. But.
Alright, well,
fun, everyone.
I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you on Sunday for more Tunic. Hope everyone enjoyed. Bye, everyone.